Some tips and tricks to learn programming faster. One of the most common questions among students and beginners who want to learn coding is how can I learn to code faster and become a better programmer? Well, I am going to answer this question in this video. Whether you are a student, fresher or an experienced professional who want to learn programming, will definitely try to find tips and tricks on how to learn programming quickly and effectively. Because programming is one of the most highly wanted skill and a highest paid job in this current scenario, and technology are growing in this world, so we have to update yourself, we have to update about the latest trends, right? Many students learn programming, some learns faster while others learn slower. It's just that you need to modify your strategy of learning and implement some other steps, some other strategies, and after this video you definitely going to crack it. So let's get started and see some tips and tricks to learn coding faster. Before that, you make sure to hit the subscribe button and like this video and share with your friends. Let's get started. First tip or strategy is make your fundamentals clear. One of the most common mistake that I and many others programmers commit while learning programming is skipping the fundamentals. This is the most important thing. You have to clear your fundamentals, because for a large building process, let's suppose you are building a biggest software, then you need your fundamentals, to be applied there. So you have to clear your fundamentals while skipping to the other chapter. So this is the most common mistake you should ignore. Okay, second is learn by doing, practicing and not just reading. So what we generally do is we read the concept, we write the concepts, we write in your own language, but we don't practice, but we don't practically implement that. If you don't do this, you can't learn coding, because coding is like mathematics, where you can't learn the things, where you can't learn the concept, but you can learn that concept by practicing more and more questions on that concept. So try to ignore just reading part. Try to implement the practical, try to solve some real questions on coding. So this is the second tip or strategy. Third strategy is first use pen, then use code editor. So whenever you start learning programming, you should think that why should I use pen, because it's a so time consuming process and I shouldn't use pen. I should directly write my code to the code editor. But I think this is the biggest reason why many programmers fail to crack interviews, because in interviews they ask you to write or solve any problem on paper, not on code editor. So you have to be good at writing codes on paper. On writing paper, you should clearly focus on the syntax of the program. You should clearly focus on what logic or algorithms I should apply. So these small concepts can be cleared by using pen. Fourth is online resources. So in the today's scenario, there are many resources available on the internet freely, where you can learn programming, where you can practice programming questions, real world programming questions. But sometimes we are confused about how to choose the best resources. So there are many best YouTube channels, they taught you about code, how to write clean code. So you have to follow those courses. And there are also many websites available like Geeks for Geeks, W3 School, Tutorials Point. So these are websites where you can learn programming. Okay, so use these online resources to learn programming faster. Next is ask for help. So sometimes the things happen when we stuck in the programming error and we can't figure out what this error is and how to solve that error. So there are many biggest communities available over the internet like GitHub, Stack Overflow, Stack Overflow, Reddit, where many experienced programmers or developers around the globe share their experience about coding, share their work, and they also share about latest technology trends. You will also get updated about the latest technology from these communities. So you have to join these communities, and whenever you stuck in a programming error, you should find that error in these communities. Next is learn to debug. Programming is solving tons of issues. No matter if you are a beginner or an expert, you have to solve some real world problems. And software engineering is all about solving problems. So you will have to learn how to find what is wrong. And the most important work of a programmer is to know what doesn't work, then finding the proper solution. And it is much faster. So you have to learn to debug the code. Next and the last strategy is learn programming logic. So whenever you start learning programming, you will notice that there are so many common and repeated patterns. If you do programming repeatedly, then you may face that there are many problems that have same logic. So you have to learn about programming logic, and these are some tips and strategies that I personally followed during learning programming, and as a beginner you should also follow this. This is it for this video, guys. If you have any query, please let us know in the comment section, and please follow us on other social media pages. All links are in description below, and I keep on posting these type of videos, so make sure to hit the subscribe button and like this video and share with your friends too. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye. See you in the next video.